Hello, today I'm gonna show you how I installed a solar system to charge the leisure battery in my van. First of all, I want to show you how the system is made. Of course, there is a solar panel on top of the van and its cables are routed to the charge controller, which converts the energy from the solar panel to a proper voltage and current to charge the leisure battery. We can now move to select and buy the components for our system. You need to know how much energy do you need in your typical day of usage, and based on this information you can choose the right solar panel. My advice is to look also at the solar panels made for the houses. In my case, it was very good as quality and reliability and durability. It is very good. It is very powerful because it is 300 watts of power, and it is very cheap compared to the typical solar panels you find for camper vans and so on. Then we can choose the proper charge controller. Of course, you can choose between MPPT and PWM technology. MPPT is far better because it is much efficient. So you lose a very little amount of energy during the conversion. You need to choose the right size of charge controller because it depends on how powerful is your panel. With my setup, which is 300 watts of solar panel and 12 volts of leisure battery, I needed at least 30 amperes of current for the charge controller. Then I moved to think about how to fix the solar panel on top of my van, and my idea was to use these roof racks which came with the van when I bought it, and above the roof racks I fixed these two steel angular framing, one on one side and one on the other. Of course I cut it because it was 2 meters long, and I made holes for these kind of hooks which are bolted down here, and they fix the angular framing to the roof rack, one on one side and one on another. One roof rack and the forward one is up there. Then I wanted to bolt down my solar panel I used the framing which has holes in it, and basically I made a hole in the angular framing, and I just slided a bolt through the framing of the panel and through the steel here, and then one bolt on each corner, one here, one there, and of course also there. You can see from the inside the framing of the solar panel with the bolt there. Later on I fixed the cables of the solar panel. I put them in heat shrink tubing and passed it inside the van through this rubber grommet here, so I didn't have to make a hole in the roof of my van. From the inside you can see this plastic channel which is stock in my van, and the cables are running inside of this channel from the back of the van pull to the front, and then they are routed downwards on the wall, behind the wall, and they go under the bed, which is where I mounted the charge controller and the laser battery. On the side, I want to show you just these two things behind the tent. You can see the charge controller, and back there the laser battery. Of course, also fuses and something more. And that's it. Very simple, very cheap. I spent 100 euros for the panel, maybe something more than 100 for the charge controller, and I already had the battery, and that's it. So